Today we are going to talk about what is Earth energy, why it's important, and how do you connect it. Hello again everyone, this is Berto and welcome to my channel where I share my journey as a shaman practitioner. And today we have a very special guest for you. She manages Exoterica Creation. It's a group that crafts products that uses the science and the art of esoteric practices. And they craft these beautiful creations like sprays, soap, incense, and even jewelry. Let's all welcome my very good friend, Suan Phillips.
Hi, Berto.
Hi, Suan.
Thank you for having me to your talk show.
Welcome to my channel. And I know we're going to talk about earth energies today, but before we dive into that, I just want to share a little bit more about Exoterica Creation. So, can you tell our viewers more about what is Exoterica Creations?
Wow, it's exotic as the name. Exoterica Creations, as the name goes, is really a manifestation of us dabbing into materials and from there transforming it into products which you can use. Like, you're wearing a necklace there. We make a lot of sprays, we make a lot of soaps and other handcrafted tools. And the basis of making these things is to help us in our practices. For example, if you are a shaman or if you are a coach, or if you dab into any esoteric practice, you might need certain tools, and this is really what Exoterica Creations is about. We have a lot of fun. We are really what we call the material people. On a day-to-day basis, we work with a lot of plants, a lot of minerals, a lot of things that come from the earth, really.
And that's really important in what we're trying to discuss right now. Like you mentioned, earth energies, you craft them into creation. So why don't you share a little bit more about what is earth energy and what can it do for modern people like us?
When we talk about earth energy, if you look into the philosophies, whether you look at the Greeks or the Native Americans or even the Chinese, they talk about the elements. So you have earth, fire, wind, water, and the Chinese will put in metal. But regardless of which philosophy you wish to follow, earth energy and earth as an element is present and recognized across all. And this is specifically what we're referring to. What the earth energy is about, and it is based on the belief that there is an energy that animates everything. And in short, we call this the life force. Everything around us has a certain spirit and it has a certain energy. And so when we talk about earth energy, we are really talking about how you can tap into something this powerful. And this is a practice that shamans, for example, they specifically train. So if you look at earth and you look at what earth is to us, you can simply put earth is like our provider. We need to eat to live, and earth provides us with food. So, we talk about earth in the form of food that becomes our energy we eat. So we take all that energy from plants, animals, we eat and we create our bodies. And after we die, we return our bodies to the earth. That's what we call the energetic cycle that we belong to. And that's why sometimes you hear a lot of people talk about earth energy being associated with growth because of plants, fertility, again plant, regeneration, again about plants and cell growth. But there's also a whole idea about earth being healing and providing wealth for us. The wealth aspects comes from a lot of how we place certain importance on certain materials that come from the earth. Exoterica, for example, we tap into what we call stored energy in certain materials like crystals. And over the years, and this is something that people have done for many centuries, we recognize that crystals as something that comes from the earth consists of specific energies as a result of certain movements or certain happenings in the earth, and they store them in little form which we can take out from the earth and we can tap into. And this is really why there's a whole wealth conversation around earth and what we can take from the earth. If you are into science, then there's this whole dedication towards the application of earth's energy, geothermal energy for one, or gravitational energy is another. And these are all different forms of earth energy.
That's true. And we as shamans, we experience it in many different levels. But in our channel, we obviously want people who are listening, watching our channel to have an experience similar to what we do as shamans. Can you also tell us more about a normal person get to experience everything that you talk about, apart from the practical aspect, which is electricity and geothermal? Talk about, crystals or the flowing of wealth energy and the life force behind that.
I will say to begin with, connecting to Earth and its energies and the cycle of life and death, it can be a good start and a good practice to have. And a very simple way to connect is to honor the Earth, express our gratitude and our appreciation of this world we live in. And with that, we can start to examine our relationship. And tied in with there's this whole thing around Earth Day. If you look at Earth Day, there's no alignment of the sun and the earth and the moon kind of cosmic energy thing going on, not like summer solstice or harvest moon. Those are special events that have certain energies. Earth Day is more of a man-made concept. It was introduced by the United Nations in 1970. If you examine the intention behind it and you peel off the layers of the commercialization, the save the earth and the conservation, and if you just go back and hunt down the original intent, somewhere in that, Earth Day is about connecting to Earth and Mother Earth. And this connection and having a kind of like a time you put aside to really appreciate your position and how this whole world we live in and your place in it. And this is like something that anyone can do. And shamans in particular, actually, they do this on a day-to-day basis. So to them, Earth Day is not a big deal. But there are certain practices that the shamans have to tap into what they call Mother Earth spirit or Earth Day energies or Earth energies. And this is something that we can all learn and we can put into our life. And the practice is not complicated, but for many urban people, we will find this unusual because this is not something we do on a day-to-day basis, but it's definitely something we can learn.
That's true. And what I like about Earth Day is that, yes, for shamans, it's an everyday thing. But for modern people like you and me, it's an opportunity for us to get in touch with that energy. And there's a schedule to it. And that's how modern people work. So we're totally not against that, right? At least for that one day a year, you get to connect. And to me, that's important.
Okay, folks, that's it. Hope this has been helpful for you. If you want to find out more about Earth energies, check out our channel where I share more information on how to be a modern shaman. See you there. Bye.